Hi, this is Ken. This spiritual video is called Echo Within. With our birth, many of our choices have already been made for us. If we happen to be born in a poor country to poor parents, if we happen to be a minority, with the color of skin of black or brown, perhaps our religion, our sex, or any of many other things that define us in a world that is very self-centered and has prejudice against many of its own. With our first breath and with our appearance and where we live, our beliefs and everything else, we may spend the rest of our life fighting against the prejudices that define us from humanity's self-centered view of the world. Within the first 5 years of our life, when we are socialized to believe and understand what is important in the world, we develop many of our views of what life is like and what we believe life should be. We learn that success in life has to do with making a lot of money, of maybe taking advantage of other people, of judging, amongst many other things. That if to have a lot of material things and be able to do the good things in life is what is truly important, even if it means that we have to do it on our own without worrying about other people. The development of our ego begins with our first breath, as we accept the mores and the beliefs of society and the world as a whole. But with the development of our beliefs, with our prejudices, which may result just from the appearance and whether somebody is poor or wealthy, the country they live in, amongst many other things, our view of the world may become fixed. And with this belief, the great majority of the people accept the egoistic view of the world, which is self-centered, which is concerned is only for ourself, the individual, and what is best for us and our success in life, so that we may live a good life with many material things, have enough money to do everything that we want, and therefore our life will be meaningful. But very often what happens, and this may happen during midlife, which happens quite often, but it can happen anytime during your life, you begin to hear a very quiet echo within. And what that quiet echo within is, it comes from your spirit, the peace of God, our higher self, that accompanies each life, each person on its journey through life. What our spirit represents is our higher self, our loving center. It is the true meaning of life, which is to share our spiritual views and our love selflessly with all others. With the first echo, we begin to have a queasy feeling within, as though we may be very successful in life. We may be wealthy, we may have a very good job, have many material things, have been able to travel and do all the good things that life has to offer. This queasy feeling simply will not go away, because with the acceptance of the ego and its views of the world, the spirit has been muted, quieted behind an impenetrable barrier that the ego has erected around it throughout our entire lives. This feeling will never go away once it starts. It is the beginning of an awakening. And what an awakening is the first hints from the spirit within that there is more to life than just what we learned. As the cracks begin to widen a little more on the barrier that the ego erected around the spirit, a little bit more of the messages are beginning to come out. The spiritual messages from the echo within are telling us of unconditional love, of the purpose of life is to share everything we have selflessly with all others to assure that every life is respected, loved, cared about, and helped without reason or cause. Once we awaken and the echo begins to be heard within, your life will never, ever be the same again. You are you now begin to reevaluate everything that you've done in your life and all of your beliefs. And very often, people begin to go through what many consider to be a midlife crisis, though again, this can happen at any time during your life. You begin to reevaluate the job you have and the importance you give to money. You might realize that you don't want to harm people to make money, but rather maybe the job you have would be better if you could find a job where you help other people instead of worrying only about making money for yourself. So you may think about quitting your job, even if you're doing quite well in it, and accept a job that makes less money where you can help other people. You may begin to reevaluate your friendship or perhaps your marriage, as others have not yet heard the echo within and therefore continue to follow the learned selfish path of the ego within. And therefore you begin to distance yourself from other people as you hear more of the messages from your spirit, as more of them are becoming predominant in your life. The echo within is just the start. It is an awakening where you start your journey, your true journey, finally toward enlightenment. And what enlightenment is the total acceptance of the loving, spiritual, selfless path within and the desire to share your peace of God that is within you with the peace of God that is within all others, because it is the right thing to do. It is the reason we are alive, to selflessly help all others so that their journey through life may be successful as well. Though your beliefs that you learned, your egoistic beliefs, will remain with you, they will take a very secondary role in your life. As you now embrace the spiritual path, sharing all your resources, and especially sharing your love unselfishly, without reason or cause, with all others to help each. Every decision you make once you journey toward enlightenment is made with the understanding to help someone, never to harm them, to care about them, never to think that they are unimportant, and to share your love with them rather than your fear and your prejudice, as we are taught to do. The echo we hear within is our spirit, which accompanies every single life on its journey through life. It is our purpose in life to break through barriers our ego erected around it, to widen the cracks in those barriers, and to hear and accept the messages of love that are coming from our spirit within and share those messages with all others. If you do so during your life, then your life has truly been meaningful. And the reason for your journey, the purpose of life, you will have finally discovered. Until next time, this is Ken.